All right. Good morning and welcome to Thursday, when they keep the best sessions and put aside all the announcements. Here we are going to give you some tips and tricks and repeat some of the announcements. But the idea is we came up with this session following several discussions with the field, with customers, and we wanted to share this tribal knowledge. So today, nothing has been kept as a secret. All our best practices and ideas coming from you. So why are we here? Basically, there are common challenges when we talk to customers, common challenges when it comes to managing many resources in Azure, mainly compute, but not just. And we keep hearing those. This is like a repeated theme when talking to customers, hey, I have all sorts of compliance-like requirements, not just security. Okay, I need to go only to those regions. I need to be efficient. Okay, cost. Many customers call us, ask for advice because they are being surprised by the monthly kind of Azure statement. Because as an IT ops, DevOps, you want to enable your teams, your engineering teams, your business teams to be agile. Don't think about compliance and cost. You want them to go fast, okay? But at the same time, you want to somehow be aware and control of your expected costs. Self-service. No one likes to open tickets and wait for someone to do something for them. So customers ask us to, hey, I want my engineers to be admins on the subscription, but I need to comply with all the regulation, and I do want to get some cost control. Integration with external systems. So we have seen many management platforms, identity platforms, orchestration platforms, either legacy or cloud-based, old or new, which you want to connect to, okay? And that's kind of one of the key principles behind orchestration and serverless in general. But the idea was, especially when talking about managing compute and Azure resources, okay? I want to be able to open a ticket, to audit, to notify the admin, and so on and so forth. So according to Gartner, when adding automation, you can, it's like the Geico ad. Okay, adding automation may save you up to 65% in your costs. But we as Microsoft have not yet figured the perfect offer, the perfect setting, the perfect feature to help you with all of your requirements. Okay? So there are some gaps which you want to bridge when it comes to managing resources. With that, let me introduce ourselves. So my name is Ziv Arfalovic. I'm with the Azure Compute team.
And then I'm Jeff Holland. I'm a program manager on the Azure Functions team.
And I'm Braun Bannisader. I'm a program manager on the Event Grid team.
And you're all witnessing right now history in the making, because we have here up on the stage both the world of servers and the world of serverless, who have come together in a moment of peace and clarity. So just take advantage of this moment. We're all here to sing Kumbaya, and we have goodness for everybody, whether you love your servers or you want less of them.
Yep. Or in other words, I caused the problem, he is fixing them, and Baram and Event Grid is the glue. Okay? And today in this session, we will talk about the value of automation, and the focus here will be on common practices. We'll show you all sorts of use cases we've picked. Some we basically copied from you guys. Some we actually implemented. We'll talk about what's new and just give you some ideas to get going. With that, Jeff?
Perfect. Awesome introduction. And hopefully from this, we're going to show you, as Ziv mentioned, some cool patterns in some ways. But our intent is that you leave with an understanding of how you can go fill some of those gaps or solve for some of your miseries, as Ziv put. So there is a really nice fit of serverless when it comes to IT management or managing your different resources, whether those are compute or any other resources. And some of the key pillars that serverless brings that make this a nice fit, I've listed up here. The whole concept of serverless is that you, as an applications developer, as an operations team, are only focusing on the components that you directly care about, like the code itself. And we'll show you examples of that here. All of those other elements are taken care of for you. One of the other awesome parts about serverless is that you're only paying when your code or your workflow or your event is actually firing, is actually running. This is especially nice for automation scenarios because more often than not, these are the types of jobs that run once a day, that run once a week. Things that run once a day or once a week in a serverless world are free. They are $0 and 0 cents. And we'll talk about some of that too. The agility, how quickly you can get up and running and building some of these things. All of us will show some samples today. None of these samples that we provided are going to have more than just a couple dozen lines of code. You can really just get up and running, write what you need to write, and as well as rich integration. Whether you're integrating with events from Event Grid, so your virtual machine is letting you know that there's an event you might want to care about, or your Azure Alert is letting you know what to care about, or with services like Azure Logic Apps that actually come with over 200 connectors out of the box so that you can integrate with systems like PagerDuty, like ServiceNow, like Dynamics, like whatever operations assets are important for you. And I mentioned this before, but all of these samples we're going to show you cost less than a cup of coffee a month to run in the cloud. So you don't really have a great excuse from a cost point of view not to run these. Now, obviously, this has an asterisk next to it. If you had some critical massive event and you ended up running this thing 1,000 times a day, it might be more than a cup of coffee, a really fancy cup of coffee at that point. But for the most part, this is very inexpensive. These are just short jobs that are going to run automated for you. So I've given a little bit of an introduction already, but just to clarify from the serverless point of view, serverless means that there's a full abstraction of servers. When you're writing these automations, when you're writing these jobs, you're not configuring operating systems, you're not running security updates, you're just writing your code, and the implementation, all of the server management is taken care of for you by the cloud. We provision resources. We put your code on servers. And yes, if any of you are really excited to tell me afterwards that serverless does have servers, someone already spoiled the ending for me earlier. So I'm sorry to deflate your balloon. But we do need an event. There needs to be something that happens to let us know to run your code, to execute your workflow. So these do need to be event-driven, and we'll show some patterns for that. And we've talked about the pay-per-use already. And again, the benefits of why we think serverless is a great fit to fill some of these gaps is you can focus just on, what's the thing I need to run every Friday at 5 o'clock? What's the thing that I want to run to make sure my resources are compliant every 10 minutes? Making you really efficient and giving you a lot of flexibility too. We have samples today, everything from no code to C# code to Python code. I don't think we have JavaScript code here today, but you could do it. You've got a lot of choices in how you want to build this, how you want to pay for this, even how you want to host this. So when we look at the Azure serverless platform, some of the key elements we talk about are these three services, and we're going to show you all three of these today. So these three big boxes on this slide. The first one is Azure Event Grid. This is a newer service. It's been generally available for a little over a year now. About a year? 9 months? So almost a year. It feels longer because it's so good. This is a service in Azure. It's kind of like the network between all of your different services, between all of your different applications that lets them talk to each other through events. So it's an event router service. Event Grid is nice, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, because it has some events that it will automatically notify you about, like a new resource is created or a new device has been added to your IoT hub. But you can also customize it with your own custom events, which we have some cool stuff to show you there too. So you could say, hey, something's about to happen. I want to notify through Event Grid so that all of the things that need to occur because of that event will occur. Functions is the serverless compute option. This is, you give it a little bit of code, C#, Python, JavaScript, soon PowerShell, and we will run it for you on demand. So we'll let you say, hey, I want to run this script whenever an event happens. You define that in code, publish it, and it runs. And Logic Apps is awesome. This is a really unique offering inside of Azure, one that you won't find elsewhere outside of Azure. that allows you to design workflows. And specifically, these workflows have connectors as well. So you're going to see we've got a lot of examples with logic apps. You've got this nice visual designer to help guide you through as well. So just a heads up of some of the new announcements. I've mentioned a few of these already. This is not a Functions, Logic Apps, Event Grid only session, but a few big moments that we had at Ignite. Functions version 2 is now generally available. What that means is it's bigger, better, faster. It's running .NET Core. It has more languages like Python. Python is especially valuable from an automation perspective because a lot of the Azure tooling, like the Azure CLI, are written in Python. So you'll see in some of our samples, we're able to use Python functions to do things like see how many instances I have in a virtual machine scale set. And also some integration with Key Vault was announced so that you can have some secrets there, which we'll talk about in authentication. And Logic Apps has a new private preview offering called the, this is named incorrectly, it's actually the Integration Environment, which allows you to run Logic Apps in an isolated integration environment with VNet connectivity, gives you managed identities for authentication. This is a kind of a cool one. There's a new feature set being announced, which is called the Smart Designer. And what that does is it will actually use machine learning to say, like, hey, you've used the ServiceNow connector, and you've used the Azure Storage connector, and based on what we've seen with other patterns, we're going to recommend these are probably the connectors that you might be interested in. And it will actually give you kind of auto assist in creating the rest of your workflow based on common patterns that we see other users working with. So you get some nice intelligence in there as well. Event Grid, I'm going to pass this one over to Bahram. We've got to do a slight mic swap here, but we'll be so slick about it. I'll let Bahram talk a little bit about some of the Event Grid stuff that's coming up.
So slick you will notice, actually. So really quickly, some of the Event Grid announcements and roadmap items we have that are relevant to the serverless DevOps world. First off is event domains. We just announced this. It'll be coming out in about 2 weeks or so. This is essentially a multi-tenant way of managing your subscriptions in Event Grid. So let's say you have, you actually run infrastructure for multiple clients of yours, and you want to allow them to subscribe to events happening on their infrastructure, but you don't want them to be able to subscribe to other clients' infrastructure. You can use a domain to manage your authentication and authorization, as well as your eventing across all of your tenants. The next thing that we have is advanced filters. So as you are managing your infrastructure, instead of doing filtering at your endpoints, your event handlers, your functions, or wherever else you are sending these events, you can now filter on the wire with quite a few different ways, including numerical filtering, things like greater than, less than, on the various data fields of your event. You can also do string filtering and contains. So there's a lot of power there to make it so that when your function is triggered, it's only triggered by something you actually care about, rather than triggering the function, looking at whether or not this is an interesting piece of data, and deciding what to do with it then. It saves you a bunch of cost and also makes things run more quickly there. Finally, in terms of publishers, we have a number of publishers we're working to onboard. One of those is Azure's Azure Compute. Ziv later will talk about how we can actually already do eventing with Compute today by writing your own scripts. But soon, a lot of those sorts of functionality will be built in. In addition to that, we're also onboarding Azure Key Vault, which will allow you to know things when like a key has rotated, as well as a number of other publishers. We're actually always we're in the goal of eventually onboarding every publisher, every service within Azure as a publisher.
Perfect. Okay, so before we get to show you some awesome demos of some very cool ways that you can extend your management and automation with serverless, one of the important things to understand here is how identity and authentication work. Because if you think of a simple scenario, which is, let's say I want to make sure that all of my resources follow some naming convention, okay? And if somebody creates a resource and they're not saying it's like prod underscore such and such or dev underscore, whatever naming convention you might come up with, you want to take some action. And so you set up an Event Grid subscription, and you're like, hey, whenever anyone creates a resource in my subscription, I want you to run some code to make sure that the name is compatible. And if the name is not compatible, Maybe I need to create another issue. Maybe I want to actually go ahead and automatically rename it for them. Maybe I want to delete it. Maybe I'm like super gung-ho, and I'm like, if you don't follow the naming convention, we're going to delete your resource right after you create it. Okay? Well, all of those actions are going to require some type of authentication, some type of authorization. Your script is going to need permission to take action on your subscription, to send an email, whatever it needs to do. So a few concepts that are going to help you as we go throughout these demos is understanding some of the tools available to you. So hopefully you're all familiar with Azure Active Directory. This is the identity fabric that covers all of Azure services and the Microsoft Graph. So this gives your users an identity. It gives everything an identity, and Azure Active Directory helps broker all of that and make sure that people are who they say they are, and even grant some permission on that level. Well, if I need my Azure function to have access to my Azure subscription to create or delete resources, the first option, and I'll tell you right now, this is actually listed in best to not as best to better to bad. Okay, so the higher it up is up on this list, the more you should try to use that one first. So managed identities is a newer concept in Azure. And the idea here is, let's have a function called delete resource if it has a bad name. I can actually give that function, that resource in Azure, an identity. I go in and I say, this function now has an identity. It gets added to my Azure Active Directory for my tenant. And now I can go grant my function permission to different things. So I could say, hey, I'm going to add this function app as a contributor to this resource group. So managed identities is really slick because it's tied to the application itself. All of the authorization and tokens are managed for you, so you don't have to worry about getting and renewing and refreshing your tokens. You really just go in the Azure portal, you say, give this function an identity. They're given identities by default now when you create them, and then you can grant permission on that basis. So that's really nice. If you're working with a service that has managed identities, that's the best way to authenticate, and it gives you flexibility there. Now, if you're working with something that doesn't have a managed identity, maybe this is your own custom code, maybe this is something running in a VM yourself, and VMs do have managed identities. Service Principal is a way for you to create a special account in Azure Active Directory for headless or automated authentication. So I can go into Azure Active Directory and I say, hey, I'm building my name checking app. I'm going to create a name checking app identity. I'm going to generate for a key and maybe a secret. Maybe I'm going to require certificates. I can choose exactly how strict I want it to be. And now in my application, when I say go and get a token, when I say go and authorize against my subscription, I give it the information for this service principal. So now if I go and looked at like the audit logs of my subscription and someone says, hey, I created something and the name was woogly boogly doogly, and right after I created it, it deleted, you could actually go to the audit logs and you would say the renaming app was the identity that deleted your resource. So it makes it very easy for you to track exactly what application is making those gestures. It takes a little bit more work because you're in charge of making sure you're writing the code to get the token, that you have a valid token, but it's easy enough to do, and we do it in some of our samples as well. The last one, this is user-based authentication. This is what you all use when you go to office.com or azure.com and you type in a username and a password, and now you are Jeff Holland, right? You are the, well, hopefully you're not me. If that's the case, that's bad. But you are you with your own user identity. Logic Apps does give you the way to store a user identity to make some actions, though even then, you should try to always use a service principal, which you do have an option for as well. So again, if you're tracking and auditing things, you can see it's not Jeff who just deleted the resource, it's the app that Jeff built. And then finally, you could also authenticate with things like keys or even do no authentication. If you're making an HTTP callable function, that's an option, but not as great. Okay, so those are all of the concepts. Thank you for sticking with us for those first 15 or so minutes. So for the last 25 minutes, we just have some awesome scenarios to show you. In the first pattern, which I'm going to let Bahram cover, is how to do event grid triggered automations. So with that, you can go ahead and give us, and I'll let you clip this mic on now.
All right, so the I'm going to put that on upside down. Fun times. See me struggle. Okay, no attention to the man. Oh, yep, okay. There we go. So the first of the 3 patterns that we're going to be talking to everyone about, talking to you all about today, is using event-based triggers to run your serverless DevOps code and functions. So what this means is one of the publishers that is built into Event Grid is Azure Resource Manager, the control plane for all of Azure. And Azure Resource Manager, actually anytime you do a CRUD operation within Azure, it emits an event directly to Event Grid. So what this means is that when something is created or deleted, or even when there's a resource creation fail, if you do something like list keys on a resource, all of those emit events, and then you can go subscribe to those events on an Azure resource group level or on an Azure subscription level. And using the filters we talked about earlier, you can actually make it so that though you only receive events that are related to a specific type of resource if you are interested in that. Those advanced filters, by the way, I forgot to mention, they'll be released publicly in about 2 weeks, but we did announce them this week. So what we're doing today is we are creating an Azure logger using Cosmos DB. So this is a pretty simple scenario. What we're doing is every time a resource is created or deleted within a given resource group that we've created a subscription on, an event subscription on, ARM is going to fire an Event Grid event into Event Grid, and then we're just doing a one-to-one subscription. So we're sending that to a Azure function. The function is going to grab that event, find the resource group, and actually do a get on all of the resources within that resource group to look at their current state. And it's going to take a snapshot of that and make a new document in Cosmos. And this basically lets us have a history of our state in our resource group. And if we wanted to build on this in the future, we could do something like look at the deltas in state and create our own custom events and fire those off to give state change events. So let's just walk through this really quickly. So here we have our Azure function. It's I'm not going to go through it in too much detail, other than we are actually using, Jeff will hate me for this, but we are using a service principal, not a managed service identity, just because I have not yet figured out using MSIs, though I'm told it's quite painless. We are getting our resources here, and then back up at the top, we're going to dump it into a Cosmos account. I'm not remembering where I put everything, but anyway, let's run it and see it happen. So, okay, I need to find the resource group that that we are subscribing to. It's ArmGrid RG. So when I create a new resource in here, we'll just create a logic app because they provision relatively quickly, but I could create any type of resource I want because I don't have any filters set on the event subscription here. We're going to hit create, and we should actually see as soon as the logic app finishes provisioning. Oop, I did not actually create that. So let's hit create. And we should actually see an output in our function log as soon as it creates. And then we should also see a new document in Cosmos. So just to look through this really quickly, actually, you can see the various resources we have in here, as well as actually, this is a copy of the event, the data that is sent through. So this is, trying to have it zoomed in so you can see. So here's the grid event that came through. You can see the ID for the event, the topic. So this is actually our resource group that came through, as well as the specific resource that was created, as well as some information about the authorization scope, the APIs that were used to create it, correlation IDs, anything you need. So this is actually the information we're using to go find the resource group and do the get. And then down below, we just kind of have the information about the resources within that document. So validation successful. And the demo gods are not with me today. I did test this 30 minutes ago. So let's see. If it's not happy with me, you get the idea. Well, let's just refresh this and see if maybe it's just not showing in the log. Okay. Let's look at the event time for this. So 54. Okay, so this was the event that just came through. It's not showing up in the log, but we should see that test. There's the test logic app that we just created. And so as you can see, I mean, we've just kind of been adding document after document every time we add a resource or have a change in this resource group. So this, I mean, I'm sure your imagination can run wild with the different ways that you can find this useful. So next I'm going to hand it back to Ziv, who's going to do a demo on alerting and using serverless workflows.
It just, OK, so alerts in Azure could be triggered, could be fired due to many different aspects. Some could be planned, like the maintenance. Some could be unplanned. So one of those alerts is resource health alert. Okay? Earlier this week, we have announced the ability to set an alert based on a resource in a resource group, a resource type in a resource group. Prior to that, it was only at the level of subscription. So this is kind of, I will skip the demo, but for the sake of completion, so the new experience for alerts basically calls out for you to specify alerts, health alerts, for everything you care about. In other words, if it's a resource-specific domain controller VM or a resource group, underlines prod, or a subscription where you have your prod assets, just go and specify, define those resource health alerts on that resource group, or the entire subscription. And then when you specify action group, the lower part, one of the abilities or capabilities is to specify the destination being an Azure function or a logic app. So it is as simple as just create a logic app or a function called alert handler, and then forward everything to that function. You can audit it. Now, the email and the texting and the webhook you can do directly from alerts, but make sure you also extend this alert handling using serverless.
OK, so the next pattern that we want to talk about, so this has been helpful if there's an alert or an event that's already been generated for you, like an Event Grid alert, like the resource group one we saw, or an Azure alert. But there's also a number of scenarios where you might not have an out-of-the-box alert. So one of the most valuable patterns that you can create is having something run on a recurrent basis. So this is one of the examples that we learned from some real-world customers, which was, hey, I want to ensure that when people create resources, they tag them correctly. Tags are a really good way to understand how your bill is being split between different projects that may be sharing the same subscription. And tags are interesting. There are some really cool features that will give you, they're required that everything has to have a tag. But tags can be changed after they're created. And it's sometimes difficult for the person creating the resource to know what tag they should be using. And so there are some hiccups that sometimes occur with it. And I'm sorry, the slide kind of cropped off at the bottom, but it's not a big deal. So what I created for you, and I'll show you quickly here, is a logic app that runs on a recurrent basis. And it will go look at all of the resources in my resource group or in my subscription. It's going to call a function, and the function's job is to say, hey, go look up in some master database, in this case it's Cosmos, and tell me what tags this resource or this resource group should have. And if it has those tags and everything's compliant, then that's cool. But if it doesn't have those tags, either go and set those tags automatically for me, or raise an alert so that I can go and inspect this. So that's exactly what we've built here. I'll show you very quickly here the function code. It's not very complex. So I'm going to get a message from my logic app with a bunch of resources. and I'm going to go look inside of Cosmos DB for what the tags for that resource group should be. And then I'm just going to pretty much just compare them. So I'm going to say, here's what's expected, here's what I actually had, and then I'll return back, is this compliant or is this not? Based on the resource that just got created, or actually in a recurrent basis, is everything here compliant? So let me switch over quickly here to the workflow, the Logic app. It's actually this one. So this is the Azure Logic app that's running. And if you haven't seen Logic apps before, this is this nice visual designer. Here, I'm saying, go look in my subscription. This subscription actually has like thousands of resource groups, so I added a filter to only grab this one, or else it would be too many. And then I'm just going to say, for each of these resources in my subscription, go run that code. Check to make sure that that code is valid. And if there's something that's wrong, go ahead and emit an alert. So I have this running every 10 minutes, getting all the resources, checking it against Cosmos DB. And if something's not compliant, it will go ahead and publish an event for us to Event Grid. But I could also write some code or use the Azure Resource Connector to actually go and add the tags that I was expecting. So something really simple here, but it's valuable. Now I can have an automated check, in this case every 10 minutes. I could say this is every minute, and make sure that everything is tagged appropriately. OK, so switching over to another quick sample here, similar to this one. And by the way, these links, and we'll clean them up. I have my code here for the C# tag, but there's also a community project where someone wrote this all completely in functions, no logic apps, in JavaScript. And that link is there too. You just have to kind of put on 3D glasses to know which one is which. OK, this is a really fun one, also recurrence-based. And the idea here is, if anyone here has used VM scale sets before, which allows you to really quickly scale out and scale back in a set of workers, while this is really powerful, it can be sometimes hard to know how has my scaling been performing. Like, how many VMs have I scaled out to? Especially when I have a really large VM scale set. We've got massive enterprises who have tons and tons and tons of VMs that will scale out and scale in on demand. And it can be sometimes hard to understand, when did I scale out and when did I scale back in? So to build this, I'll show you just really quickly so we can get to some more demos. In this case, I needed to have one simple piece of functionality, which is tell me how many instances a VM scale set has. I want to make a request, and I want to know how many instances a VM scale set has. So I wrote this very simple function in Python. It's 20, 35 lines of code. And I'm using the Azure Python SDK. And so I get a request, and that request has the name of a resource group and the name of a scale set. And using the Azure Python tools, I'm just going to say, give me all of the current instances at this time, and then return that number back. So it's that simple. If I run this right now, which I did a little bit ago, I won't even do it now. At that time when I ran it, it returned back and it said, you have one instance right now. And I could call it again, and then it would say, you have 3 instances right now. So in and of itself, it's not that impressive. Yay, now I can tell me how many instances I have in an automated fashion. But what makes it cool is when I start to pair it with things like logic apps. So this is the workflow that I built around that simple Python 30 lines of code. Here, I'm going to recur every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes, I'm going to call that function. I'm going to say, hey, how many instances do I have right now? And I'm passing in the name of the resource group and the scale set name. I have a scale set name called jHolonauto. But the really cool part is we have this out-of-the-box connector to actually add data to something like Power BI. So what I'm actually doing here is I'm going to take the data from that output, from whatever my function returns back, and I'm going to add that to a Power BI chart. So what this is powering, 3 steps of logic app, 30 lines of code, is this real-time dashboard. In fact, if I hang it here long enough, you'll actually be able to see it. Well, it just updated. Wow, that was right on cue. It just updated with another instance. So now I have this historic view over time in Power BI that tells me since September 26th until about right now, I've ranged between 3 instances and 7 instances, and I can see exactly when those spikes came up. So this is a really valuable chart for my operations team to understand how things are going, and it's not something that is easily accessible for me today by instance numbers that I was able to easily extend with serverless. So now I have this dashboard that gives me insights into how my application and how my VMs are scaling. So just another simple example how using this recurrence basis and tying in with some serverless glue, you can start to provide some very valuable insights for your IT and operations team. So with that, Let's pass it over to Ziv, who's got some other cool projects to show us.
Yep. So Jeff mentioned synchronizing tags. Tags are a pretty powerful tool in Azure and could be used for many use cases. One of them is cleanup. So in my subscription, there was a point in time where I actually had 215 resource groups. Okay? I don't run any production workloads, but I do roadshows, I do customer meetings, I do demos. I like to play around with things. So I was looking, or actually what we've heard, the story was customers were looking for a way to clean up their subscriptions. Okay? Remember, as an IT ops, you don't want to hold back your engineering teams. You want them to try things out. So we picked the idea of using tags. In this case, just one tag specifying a project name. So for the things you care about, just tag them with a project name. And once you tag them with a project name, they are safe. For everything else, we have one function which will periodically go, and if there is no project name, it will assign a project unknown, and also assign an expiration date of 30 days from now. And another function, we just go and look for all of those expired resource group and just delete. So with this, basically, you can apply this to your subscription at the level of the subscription and basically clean up the resource groups you don't care about. Sounds neat, huh? So for that, we use the Azure functions in Python. And again, it doesn't go simpler than that. So what you see here is that I go and use the Python SDK, as Jeff mentioned. Sorry. I go and ask for the resource, all the resource groups in my subscription, okay? And then iterate them and look for the tags, okay? So if there are no tags, then I will just go and inject a tag called project unknown and also an expiration date, which is today plus 31 days, okay? That's exactly the code you're looking at, all right? And that's one function. Again, something like 35 lines of code. The other function looks pretty similar, okay? Again, go pick up all the resource groups, and then if the expiration date has expired, okay, then I just comment this one out because just for the sake of demo. So I just log it, but if the expiration date, you just go and delete the entire resource group. Simple, huh? You can apply the same principle for other use cases. Okay, let's say that for those projects you care, you want to make sure that there is a backup set, or a disaster recovery, ASR, schema, configured, or whatever you want to do, okay? And the idea is that you can do this in a prescriptive way using Azure automations, ARM policies, Azure policies, now rebranded. But in the case where your engineers run wild and you don't want to limit them, you can do this after the fact, okay? Applying tags and drive all sorts of use cases giving those tags. The last use case we have 5 minutes for is custom events. So we have a capability like one of our secret features called scheduled events. And scheduled events is an in-VM notification. It's part of the VM metadata service where we actually let the VM know before any platform-initiated maintenance, okay? It could be that we have detected that your server is about to fail and we want to evacuate the server, okay? It could be that we run our maintenance. It could be we're gonna live migrate your VM to another host, all right? So we will issue this scheduled event from within the event and give you 15 minutes notification. Again, I feel like the Geico ad. 15 minutes could save you. But the idea is that you can pick this one up and perform all sorts of an application-specific failover, proactive failover, saving states, whatever. The feedback we've learned from customers is that's nice, but they also want it to be audited outside the VM. They want to take the VM out of the load balancing pool. They may have a standby, and they just want to power this one up, okay? I called it the dentist scenario, Okay, my dentist has one VM in Azure. Actually, I went and asked her. And there's no high availability because, hey, it's a dentist, why should they pay for 2 VMs? But in this case, if you have a standby turned off, and just before something happened to your primary VM, you have 15 minutes, you can just turn this one up and get this poor man's high availability. Okay? So the flow here, and as Baram said, this time those events just fly from within the VM, and you need to push those to Event Grid. We're working to bake this into the product itself. So the approach here is you need to go pick up an extension, and we provided here a sample. You may want to apply it for existing VMs. Again, I mentioned don't slow down your engineers. So take this extension and throw it using custom extensions on your VMs. And then you can write a logic app or functions to do whatever you want with this event. So I'll walk you through those 3 pieces. And by the way, sorry, they are all captured here, the scheduled event extension sample. And again, all the pointers are in the deck. And everything here is provided as is. So this is like glue we provide. Getting started samples, it's not a production code. Okay? So the first step is to look at the extension itself. And what it does, it's very simple. It runs kind of an infinite loop. And it go and pick scheduled events. And if it found a scheduled event, it will just put it on Event Grid. And one of the settings called auto-ACK, so line 56 here. So if auto-ACK is set, it will also send an acknowledge to Azure. So there's no need to wait for 15 minutes. Just do it now. Okay? And the idea here is everything will be triggered using, will trigger an Event Grid message, which you can pick later on in a function. Okay? Since we run out of time, I'll just jump to the demo, and let's try and make it. So my logic app is very simple. Sorry, it's very simple. All it does, it will pick the event, put it in a blob, and send me an email. Okay? And the email will have just the details of the event. Let me go to my VM. And again, I mentioned this. The extension runs in the background. For the sake of demo, I will run it in an interactive mode. So it constantly looks for scheduled events, and I also tweak it to look every 3 seconds or 2 seconds for a scheduled event. And one of the best things about scheduled events is that you can test it using your own portal-initiated operation. Okay, so my machine is Ignite Dev. Actually, I had it here somewhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the remaining 1 minute, I'm going to issue a restart on my VM. Yes, let's switch back. And within a few seconds, we will see that the event has picked up the scheduled event, and it will wait. It will not automatically acknowledge it. Still running. And I'll count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. All right.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, now start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Well, I got the event. All right. So the event was sent to Event Grid, initiated the logic app, which sent me an email. And what I can see in the email, I basically just, for the sake of demo, it couldn't get simpler again, is, hey, there is a scheduled event. The type is a reboot. Another type could be just pause. The host itself is Ignite Dev. And the not before, that's the 15 minutes not before. Okay, so this goes like from the event, schedule event, pick it up, put it on Event Grid, activate the logic app, which put it in a blob, and send an email. With that, I believe we're just on time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. I love that last. We honestly saved the best for last. Just the ability to quickly automate and add extension to something like a reboot event, which is such a critical event, or an update, or whatever else it might be. So we will be around. Thank you all so much. Be sure to fill out your evals as well. I'll make sure to plug that. But if you have any questions, since there is a session right after us and we are at time, we'll just come step down here. So if you have any questions, we'll hang out here for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll be at the expo. So thanks, everyone, so much.
Thank you.